Alright, with 2025 wrapping up, it's that time again to put together our big year-end roundup lists. As usual, we're looking back at some of the standout game releases of the year, and this time, we're focusing specifically on PS5. These are the major PS5 titles that dropped in 2025 and made a real impact. We've got around 25 heavy hitters to go through, so let's get started. Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. This game has been discussed non-stop this year. Some might even call it overblown, but honestly, I think it's a fantastic turn-based RPG adventure. It delivers a gripping narrative with characters you genuinely grow attached to, characters that stick with you long after you're done. The story itself hits hard, and the ending is absolutely something people will want to unpack. The world is creative, vibrant, and full of personality. But for me, what launches this game into another league is the soundtrack and voice performances. The music is phenomenal, just on another level. The turn-based combat is a blast too, especially the optional, brutally tough encounters scattered throughout. Fans of classic JRPG systems will find so much to appreciate here. Overall, it's just an excellent journey and absolutely worth diving into this year. They really knocked it out of the park. Oh, come on! Sonic Racing. CrossWorlds came out swinging. In a year where Mario Kart World dropped and took over headlines for a bit, the racer people keep talking about is actually Sonic Racing, and that's because it's genuinely awesome. They expanded the roster, refined the mechanics, and every race feels packed with energy. Visually, it's a showpiece. It's wildly fun whether you're playing casually with younger family members or trying to sweat it out competitively. Sonic as a series has been on a real upswing lately, and this game continues that momentum in the best way possible. Split Fiction, the latest title from the creators of It Takes Two, is a full-on cooperative adventure starring two young women who are both authors. One writes fantasy novels, the other writes sci-fi, and they end up dragged into the worlds they've created. That means you and your co-op partner are constantly thrown into wild situations, dodging lasers, piloting futuristic vehicles, dealing with alien soldiers, then suddenly exploring enchanted forests, storming castles, and battling dungeon creatures. It's non-stop variety, both in gameplay and in the environments you're dropped into. The pacing is tight, the mechanics always feel fresh, and the constant jumping between sci-fi and fantasy settings keeps things dazzling. The finale especially pushes technical limits in ways that made me literally stop and wonder, how did they make this run? When a game feels like pure technical sorcery, that's special, and Split Fiction nails it. It's a blast to play with someone you like, full of laughs, surprises, challenges, and those big hype moments. It's just an unbelievably fun ride.
Even worse, the planet Yan landed on revolves around the dead.
Next up, we've got The Alters. This game is basically half sci-fi survival and half Fallout Shelter-style base management, but with a really wild twist. Every person you recruit and organize in your base, it's all the same guy. One dude, Jan, cloning himself over and over on this stranded space station. And from that, the game spins a surprisingly emotional narrative full of dialogue choices, branching paths, and moral dilemmas, all focused on these alternate versions of January. What if he finished school? What if he never did? What if tragedy hit earlier in life? Each clone is like a different reflection of who he could have become, and they're all forced to interact. It's a brilliant storytelling device. On top of that, the moment-to-moment survival loop is solid. You're trekking across a hostile planet, harvesting resources, commanding your clones, upgrading your base, and researching new tech just to stay alive. The Alters isn't perfect, but it's one of the most creative and memorable survival experiences this year. Then there's Cronos, New Dawn, the latest game from Bloober Team, who recently handled the Silent Hill 2 remake. This one is a brand new sci-fi horror game, clearly taking inspiration from Dead Space, but instead of drifting through outer space, all the horror is happening right here on Earth. It's gross, unsettling, and dripping with atmosphere. The combat feels punchy, the survival horror mechanics are tight, and honestly, the difficulty curve is a lot steeper than you'd expect. But what really holds it together is the story. If what you want is just a straightforward, old-school, third-person survival horror experience, especially if you've been itching for something after the Resident Evil 4 remake, Cronos will absolutely scratch that itch. Next, we have Dispatch. This one releases episodically and feels like a true successor to classic Telltale storytelling. If you loved The Wolf Among Us, The Walking Dead, or Tales from the Borderlands, this carries the spirit forward. A bunch of the original Telltale devs worked on it, and it shows. You play as a down-on-his-luck guy who lands a job at a superhero dispatch center. The gameplay is simple. Sit at your desk, scan the city map for crimes, and send the right hero to handle each situation. But that's just the wrapper. The heart of this game is the narrative. It's heavy on cinematics, packed with personality, and full of standout characters. If you're someone who plays games for the story, you owe it to yourself to give Dispatch a shot. It's impressive, and honestly, I really hope they continue it because there's so much more they could explore.
And I will bring you peace. I swear it.
PlayStation's big first-party release of the year was Ghost of Yotei, the follow-up to Ghost of Tsushima. New region, new era of Japan, new protagonist. The tale of Atsu is one of revenge. You'll either be fully locked in or you might shrug at the narrative. But what's undeniable is that the gameplay still hits hard. The swordplay feels weighty and skill-based, letting you cut through foes like a true Ronin while still keeping fights challenging. The world itself is gorgeous, bigger, richer, filled with more side content, but still mindful of the immersive exploration that made Tsushima so beloved. Personally, I still prefer Jin Sakai's original journey, but Yotei offers more weapon variety, more intense boss fights, and tons of combat encounters to dive into. And visually, it's stunning from end to end. If you want something that breaks the mold a bit, Hell Is Us is a really unique atmospheric action-adventure game with light RPG elements. It leans heavily on exploration and puzzle solving, and absolutely refuses to guide you too much. No excessive UI clutter, no constant markers, just you dropped into these beautiful, eerie environments, trying to figure things out yourself while fending off terrifying creatures. It's gritty, moody, and surprisingly stylish. The main character might not be the most memorable, but the world and the feeling of discovery are where it shines. I think this one flew under the radar, but if anything I've said resonates with you, definitely consider giving it a try. It's a vibe, and it nails that vibe completely. Speaking of difficulty, we finally got Hollow Knight, Silksong in 2025. After years of memes and anticipation, the game actually came out, and it's a phenomenal follow-up. Bigger, tougher, packed with more abilities, more areas, and way more secrets. Like the first game, it's full of bizarre mysteries and hidden content that fans have been obsessing over since launch. It's honestly a game best experienced blind. If you played Hollow Knight, you already know exactly how this will push and challenge you. And if you didn't, just know that Silksong is one of those rare games that tests your patience, tests your skill, and then rewards you with one of the most beautifully crafted worlds out there. It's something special.
So, Captain, what's your team been getting up to?
This year also brought us Monster Hunter Wilds, the next big entry in the series, and it's a major shakeup. The whole world is fully connected now, seamless, massive, and packed with new monsters, biomes, armor sets, and weapons. It looks incredible, has great co-op, and gives newcomers a smoother entry point. But longtime fans have mixed feelings. Reviews point out some performance hiccups on PC, and some feel it's not as demanding as older titles. Personally, I found the difficulty a bit toned down, but Wilds still has those awesome moments that only Monster Hunter can deliver. If you're a more casual MH player, or you find it on sale, it's absolutely still worth a shot. And really, nothing beats the thrill of slaying a gigantic beast and crafting a new piece of gear from its remains. That's Monster Hunter at its core.
Sky. This is our home.
Now for something with a different flavor, Arc Raiders. This is a PvPvE extraction shooter set in a ruined world where humanity hides underground and heads to the surface to scavenge while fighting hostile robots. It's a fun, approachable, but still intense third-person shooter that helps bring extraction games into the mainstream. The gunplay feels great, the sound design is punchy, and the maps are awesome to explore. Encounters with other players can be tense standoffs or sudden alliances to bring down massive threats, and that dynamic community aspect has made the game blow up in some circles. Arc Raiders is a rock-solid experience and a great foundation for whatever they do next. It's official, Battlefield is back. After some rough entries, Battlefield 6 feels like a return to form, capturing that Battlefield 3 and 4 energy that fans have wanted for years. Huge explosive moments, tight gunplay, incredible destruction, and a slate of maps that work well whether you prefer large-scale warfare or smaller infantry fights. It's a packed multiplayer experience that isn't bogged down with too many live service gimmicks, just pure Battlefield chaos. They did add a Battle Royale-style mode, which has split opinions, but the core multiplayer offering is strong. The campaign is forgettable, but honestly, people are here for the multiplayer, and in that department, Battlefield 6 absolutely delivers.
And thousands of people with their...
There's Where Winds Meet. This game went viral in China last year on both PC and mobile and has now made it to the West. It's free to play, but you'd never guess from looking at it. It's a massive third-person action RPG with cinematic cutscenes, flashy boss fights, a deep character creator, and a staggering amount of systems. Crafting, housing, combat, exploration, it throws everything at you. The story didn't quite grab me, but there's no denying the sheer amount of content and how striking some parts of the game look. With cosmetics as its main monetization, you're getting a ton of experience for free, and players seem to be loving it. It's ambitious, flashy, and honestly pretty impressive for what it costs.
On that day,
Terminator Survivors throws you into a world where humanity is on the edge and machines rule the planet. You're not a hero, just someone trying to stay alive while killer robots hunt you down. Every mission feels tense as you scavenge weapons, craft gear, and sneak through ruined cities. The world looks gritty and real, like straight out of the movies. You'll face terrifying encounters where one wrong move means game over. It's part stealth, part survival, and all adrenaline. If you ever wanted to live in the Terminator universe, this is your shot.
Wait, it's shut down?
we just got here. Is it already?
Ananta drops you into a stunning fantasy world packed with gods, magic, and mystery. You play as a chosen warrior, trying to uncover ancient secrets hidden in breathtaking landscapes. The game mixes fast combat, deep storytelling, and mind-blowing visuals that feel straight out of a dream. Every battle feels cinematic, with flashy moves and massive enemies. The world is alive with creatures, temples, and surprises everywhere you go. You'll level up, unlock abilities, and shape your destiny through choices. It's mystical, emotional, and totally epic. Ananta isn't just a game, it's a journey. LEGO Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight is pure fun with a dash of chaos. You get to play as Batman, Robin, and a ton of DC heroes, all in hilarious smash, build, and brawl your way through Gotham while cracking jokes and collecting studs. The story mixes classic Batman drama with goofy LEGO humor that never gets old. You can switch between gadgets, vehicles, and suits for different missions. Every level is packed with secrets and Easter eggs for fans to find. It's funny, action-packed, and perfect for playing solo or with friends.
Hey, buddy. Are you just another soulless little husk, huh?
Let go of me!
Death Stranding 2. On the Beach brings back the weird, emotional, and cinematic world everyone remembers, but even bigger. You're once again crossing strange lands, delivering hope, while the world falls apart. The visuals are unreal, like watching a sci-fi movie that you control. The story gets deeper, darker, and more mysterious than before. You'll explore dangerous terrain, meet haunting characters, and piece together a world on the edge. It's slow, strange, and stunning in all the right ways. Every moment feels heavy but beautiful.
Still think you're the hunter?
Ghost of Yotei takes everything great about samurai games and turns it into something even more cinematic. You play as a lone warrior facing spirits, enemies, and inner demons in ancient Japan. The visuals are jaw-dropping. Snowy mountains, burning temples, and misty forests. Combat is sharp, fast, and brutal, mixing sword skills with spiritual powers. Every fight feels like an anime showdown in real life. You'll sneak, duel, and explore a world filled with legends and danger. It's poetic, powerful, and packed with emotion. If you loved Ghost of Tsushima, this is your next obsession. The 7 Deadly Sins game lets you live the anime dream with your favorite heroes and villains. You jump into intense battles full of magic, monsters, and insane combos. Each character has unique abilities that feel just like the show. The story mode dives deep into epic arcs, while multiplayer lets you test your skills online. The visuals are colorful and full of energy. Every attack lights up the screen. Team up, level up, and unleash massive finishers that look incredible. Whether you're a fan or not, it's packed with hype and action. Project Tal is still a bit of a mystery, but that's what makes it so exciting. It's a futuristic action game where speed, power, and precision are everything. You fight using high-tech weapons and abilities in a world that looks sleek and dangerous. The movement feels smooth, like parkour mixed with sci-fi combat. Every mission throws new challenges and enemies your way. The visuals are stunning, full of neon lights and massive cityscapes. It's giving next-gen in every way possible. Busbound is way more intense than it sounds. It's not just about driving, it's about surviving. You're stuck in a world where the road never ends and every stop hides a story. Strange passengers, mysterious events, and eerie landscapes keep you guessing the whole ride. You've got to manage fuel, make choices, and deal with what's waiting outside the bus. The world feels both peaceful and terrifying at the same time. It's part road trip, part psychological thriller, and 100% mysterious. Definitely one to keep an eye on when it drops in 2026.
We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life.
NieR Automata is one of those games that just sticks with you. You play as androids fighting for humanity in a world ruled by machines. The combat is fast, stylish, and feels insanely smooth. But behind the action is a deep, emotional story that'll hit you hard. The music, the characters, and the visuals all blend into something unforgettable. Every ending changes what you think you know. It's not just a game, it's an experience that makes you think. Beautiful, weird, and heartbreaking all at once. Elden Ring is the ultimate open-world challenge, a brutal, beautiful adventure built for true gamers. You explore massive lands filled with bosses that'll test your patience and skill. Every victory feels earned, and every loss teaches you something new. The world is dark, mysterious, and full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. You can play however you want: magic, swords, stealth, or chaos. It's hard, yeah, but insanely rewarding once you get the hang of it. The sense of freedom and discovery is unmatched. Prepare to die and love it.
You go through Night City knowing a stray bullet.
Cyberpunk 2077 takes you into a neon-soaked city full of danger, tech, and choices that matter. You're V, a merc trying to make a name in Night City, where everyone wants power and nobody plays fair. The story's full of wild characters, twists, and futuristic style. You can hack enemies, blast them with cyber weapons, or charm your way through missions. The city feels alive. Lights, sounds, chaos everywhere. After updates, the game's better than ever, running smooth and looking stunning. It's a mix of Blade Runner vibes and open-world freedom.